Hey guys, before we get into our podcast today with Rob Fee, we do have to take a sponsor break real quick. And this one's mostly just pointing you towards a survey that we would really like you guys to take. Basically, in order to help us choose the advertisers that advertise on the show so that it's not something that you wouldn't want to hear about. I think we've done pretty well so far at pitching you stuff that you might actually like. But if you fill out this survey for us, it would help us out even more. Anyway, that's at podsurvey.com/ask. You fill out a bunch of questions, and that puts you in the running to win a $100 Amazon gift card. We've run surveys like this before. If you've done that before, you are still eligible to take this survey and potentially win that Amazon gift card. So, again, if you want to keep this show going and, get us sponsors that keep the show alive and are selling things you might actually be interested in, go to podsurvey.com/ask, fill that out, and you could have a chance to win $100 to Amazon. That's podsurvey.com/ask. Now enjoy the show.
All right, hey guys, we're back in LA in our
Thank God.
in our back alley horror house studio.
I don't have diarrhea anymore.
Yeah,
It's fun.
I took care of business before the show. Anyway,
God.
we got a very special guest today,
Yeah.
Mr. Rob Fee.
Hey.
Who?
I also don't have diarrhea.
That's great.
Look how long it's leaving me hanging.
Because if you had,
Well,
if you had
I was letting
diarrhea,
the
you would have to
diarrhea
wait.
clear first.
Yeah, it's been a couple days.
Okay, we're
Yes.
good.
You would have to wait 14 days to use a
hot
public
tub,
swimming
yeah.
pool. They're very clear about the signage.
Yeah,
That's a sign.
no, that's a sign. That
Diarrhea.
exists,
It's
yeah.
on every pool, at least in California.
I
It's
don't
like-
know what problem caused that sign to exist, but I'm sure it was beautiful.
You have to wait 14 days until after you've had.
After you've
Like the
successfully had
bit of
The last
diarrhea.
squirt.
Yeah.
What kind of diarrhea have they had that like 10 days later? There's
I don't
still
know. I
just
think maybe people don't wipe
seepage?
that well or something.
But 14 days?
I mean, it's an old school unit of measurement. The fortnight it's a classic unit of measurement. no using hot. So this is off to a great start.
Yeah,
But,
anyway,
let's explain exactly to people who don't know who Rob Fee is and what kind of you do what you kind of do in the industry, because you're in kind of the same industry as we are, except in a more traditional, more exclusive, amazing sense, because we're scrubs on the internet.
And some would say that you're a bit of a crossover.
Yeah.
And you get everything you do right.
Well, who are they? My mom?
It was your Twitter description, I believe.
Oh,
I do everything
my
at the
bio.
best as always.
the best there is.
Yeah.
I'm the Bret Hart of Twitter.
Yes.
Are you guys wrestling fans?
He's the.
I used to watch during the 90s,
Yeah.
the bad boy era.
Okay,
so-
yeah, that was prime time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to go on a rant about wrestling.
excellence in execution.
No, I started out doing Twitter, and then it kind of developed into writing and an album, and then TV show stuff, and whatever else comes along.
Yeah. So what are like some examples of stuff that you've worked on, say in the past like year and a half or so?
I was a segment producer on the Ellen Show. I wrote some sketch stuff for Comedy Central. I write for Playboy. I write Epic Mealtime. I write with those guys. A little bit of everything.
What is the writing on Epic Mealtime like? Do you decide how much bacon
Yes, it's
goes
like the
in?
ingredients or
This is what you guys know that, right?
Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
are- Harley will text me and say, "Hey, we're doing a shoot in a couple hours. Can you write a script?" And then he'll send me the steps of what they're doing, and then I just write jokes in for it, and they take them in a bizarre new direction.
So kind of like the cutaways that they do in the thing.
Right.
Yeah, and all like the kind of jokes that go in between
Exactly.
the actual recipe.
If you ever hear a joke about something obscure in the 90s or like a bad stepdad, that was probably me.
Okay, great.
And I never had a stepdad, but I always write jokes about that.
Pulling from fictional life experience.
Yeah, because when I first started writing them, Harley was like, "Did you have a bad childhood?" And I was like, "No, I don't know what happened."
That was great.
Yeah, everything was fine.
But yeah, I mean, but you are you have been on a number of lists of the top 10 Twitter accounts to follow, top Twitter comedians. And
I write those lists.
Yeah,
so I just
good.
put myself.
Yeah,
on
you're
them.
so diversified that at this point it's just a perpetual motion machine.
Right.
Yeah, when you become a writer for stuff like BuzzFeed and Playboy, you can make your own lists and put yourself on.
Exactly. I haven't done that yet, but my God, how gross would that feel?
Oh, honestly, that would be just an amazing thing to witness.
Right? Like
Someone do that,
you're
like,
writing
wow.
a write up. My God, this guy is just, He's wonderful in every way and so humble.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. You have to get rid of all of that sort of morality if you want to succeed on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's a good point.
Which we will get to.
We were going to get to that.
I feel like there's a segue in there.
Yeah,
Because I was seeing your tweets around a whole bunch because I have a bunch of mutual friends and you know, people retweet things and like you're hilarious on Twitter and Instagram.
Thank you.
And, I mean, we were just going through old videos on Instagram today. and
It's
just,
So
like,
Cold
The,
series.
yeah, the anti-comedy is just like fantastic. It was like the timing on it's great. And we're going to get into the fact that one of the ways that I like really locked on to like following your Twitter account was the Playboy article you published about basically meme theft.
Oh, right.
And people like the Fat Jew and Fuck Jerry and
Right.
all these Twitter accounts that kind of they're called content aggregators, but that's not really what they do. What they do is they just steal other people's
Exactly.
work and build you know, enterprises off of it, basically.
Careers.
Yeah.
But we'll get to bad mouthing them soon. But we do have some questions from our Twitter here for you.
The first question is from the Fat Jewish.
Yeah.
Why?
When are you gonna shut the fuck up? I like that.
I'm just trying to make money.
Yeah, what's the problem making that? It's like he did threaten, like I guess a Vice writer. He was like,
Oh,
how
did he?
about I come down there and shove your Vice ring up your ass? And he was like, here's the address, because you could tell. I mean, please come here. I think that the guy's probably a big pussy in real life.
Well,
you don't have to say that. But
Oh, I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
Jerry tweeted me once after I wrote that thing, and he was like, "Oh, I get it. You're writing for a dying medium, so you have to do something." And I said, "Well, at least I'm writing. Am
Yeah.
I right, buddy?
Yeah.
Am I right?"
See,
Well, and like a big, you write a lot of your material straight to Twitter too,
yeah.
and then
so you're doing it in the same
Right.
medium
yeah,
that he's
it
doing.
sucks that someone else on the same social media
I'm
platform.
writing the stuff that he's stealing.
Right,
You should
yeah.
be thanking me.
But it is, you know, for his part, at least he actually wrote that joke back at you.
I guess you can call it a joke.
Yeah, okay. Well, you inspired him to actually reply.
Right. I'm inspiring original content from
Yeah,
him. That's my goal.
or more stolen content for him. He's like, God, I gotta steal a comeback. What am I gonna do? So starting off with Bear Traps, he asked, where did your career start, and what advice would you give to someone trying to make it? I'm assuming make it onto, you know, writing for, like doing segment producing or writing for stuff like Epic Mealtime, MTV,
Right.
Playboy.
I don't think I really took a traditional path at all. I mean, I didn't go to school for writing or anything like that. Drop out of school, kids.
Yes.
That's my advice. No, I did. I was doing marketing and started doing Twitter and just was constantly cranking out jokes. Anywhere that I could write that would let me write. I wasn't concerned about money at the time. I just wanted to write. And I think that's the biggest thing you have to do. You can't go in thinking, how am I going to make money? You just want to write and write anywhere that'll let you. And ask people for advice. Like I would hit up anybody that would listen and be like, what do I do? How do I, like shows were asking me to do writing packets and I was like, Google, what is a writing packet?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to ask about stuff because I would rather look like an idiot to you than to look like by asking, how do you do this, and look like an idiot to a show.
Yeah, exactly.
When I send in, you know, a crayon written resume, not from Career Builder.
Like demoed copy of Final Draft across the top and a watermark.
Yeah, it's written in Notepad on my phone,
Yeah.
and I just took screenshots and sent it.
Yeah, that's how the kids are communicating these days.
yeah, just
submit all your
screenshots.
story ideas through Snapchat. That's how the real thing is. But yeah, I agree. It's like it's not really A to B anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
I dropped out of college. You went all the way through college, and that's why you
I owe
went to debt.
$30,000.
Yeah.
debt free, baby. Well, sort of. Anyways.
No college debt.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of like, you know, when we started writing for the shows that we do, it was trial and error and finding voice and doing all that, but it's a lot of just practice and
Right.
and failure, a lot of
Yeah.
failure, and so it's cool that there isn't it's cool and scary that there isn't as much of a traditional way to get into the career you want
Right,
these days
right.
because of the internet. It's you have a lot more time to experiment, I feel like, but there's also a lot more room for obviously critique because you get instant either
Yeah.
gratification or like complete depression based on what you can write.
Right.
Did you ever experience any like straight up shit on the internet that made you say, why am I even doing this?
God, yes. When they're, oh Jesus, I can name you so many. when the yes all women thing or whatever it was. I was a big advocate for that, and I was writing in support of it. My God, the comments I got were so bad. I was depressed for like 2 weeks because it was a mixture of guys being like, you just want to have sex with women. And I'm like, yes. This is
that's exactly
This is the easiest way to do it via articles.
Yeah, by agreeing that they should be looked at as equals.
Right.
What a panty dropper.
Right. Or women being like, we don't need you to defend us. And I'm like, everybody hates me from this. Great.
Yeah, you can't find a good happy
Did
medium
you
there.
follow the Gamergate thing at all?
I tried to avoid that because it
Probably
was
smart.
after I avoided it with everything in my being.
Yeah.
I always, my favorite is the not all men
Yeah.
Oh,
guys.
God.
What's so funny about that is just the concept in general of saying not all men is saying, look, I know there's a lot of guys that want to hurt you, but until every single man on the planet is hunting you down like some sort of rapey Hunger Games,
Not a problem.
then we'll
Then it's
look
fine,
into it.
yeah.
We'll look into it then. As long as you
Yeah.
got 1 or 2 left,
Yeah.
we'll ride it out. For a
White
while.
men are still trying to find their voice, damn it.
I'm oppressed.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the question. Like, so did the Twitter joke writing, was that the start that led to like
Yeah,
the
that's-
mainstream stuff?
And how do you
That's
get
where I
discovered
started.
off of
Yeah.
Twitter? What's the
I
process
don't
like?
know.
Yeah.
I really don't
Well,
like.
for you, what was the process like?
Anytime like an editor or somebody like that, you know, that I saw on there of a site that I liked or a show that I liked, and I followed them, we followed each other, you know, we would just start talking, and I would say, hey, do you mind if you guys are ever looking for packets, can I just send you something? So many people are like, can I have a job? And that's
Yeah, that's
not
not
how
how you
it
do it,
works
yeah.
at all. And I mean, I've had dozens I didn't get at all, but you know, the ones you do get kind of make it worth it.
Very cool.
Okay.
So
Don't be
send work around.
Be
but
thirsty,
yeah.
but don't be thirsty. Be hungry, but don't be thirsty.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
You start from the bottom, and then now you're
Here.
Now you're here.
Completely off topic, but great. I saw. So you know how that porn star Mia Khalifa called out
Yeah,
that football
yeah, yeah.
player
That was great.
for setting. So she did the same thing to Drake.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so,
she did?
So there, yeah. So Drake was sending her DMs, and
was a while ago.
Yeah, but yeah. So it was a while
I
ago.
missed this.
But also a while ago, but still on a billboard in a less like nice part of town that I was driving through. On a billboard is an old Sprite billboard, and it's just a picture of Drake, and it says "Quench your thirst" next to it. And I fucking died yesterday in the car when I saw that. It was like because I
Oh,
had just
that's
read the Mia
fantastic.
Khalifa thing, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this is perfect." I wanted to snap.
He
a
ran
picture.
out of Sprite, and then he
I
started
want-
DMing porn stars.
and just looping it all back. That is 100% something that Fat Jew would steal. Anyways,
My
wild.
favorite thing about the DM thing with her
Yeah.
this past week is that at first I read it and I was like, the guy wasn't being that mad. Then I looked at the dates.
Oh yeah.
It was over like 7 months.
Yeah.
Like she hadn't responded in months, and he was like, I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah. No, she
Maybe
doesn't
she
know what she's
just-
missing out on.
Maybe she just didn't read my first 9 over the last year.
Yeah.
Everyone's capable of cringe. Doesn't matter if you have a Heisman.
Right?
Or not, yeah. Or a bunch of platinum selling albums. They just want Mia
Doesn't
Khalifa.
matter.
But good for her for just being like, my boyfriend's dick is amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
She did use the wrong your and your.
Well,
Come on, you can give her a break.
But I mean,
Yeah.
she doesn't need to spell for what she does for a living.
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah. Let's move on to Sam Dawson. What's been your favorite thing to write for or to write?
I chose this question specifically because it's confusing.
Yeah.
So we could do it 2 ways. Favorite, I guess, like outlet or show or whatever to write for. But
Right.
favorite, I guess, writer's room, virtual or real to be in. And then just favorite thing that you've written.
I love writing with the Epic Mealtime guys because there's no, I mean, it's anything. You know what I mean? We've done some of the dumbest jokes on there, and they're down for whatever. I don't know everything. I haven't had anything that I was like, well, this is awful, and I never want to write here again.
Was there anything that you, when you got the chance to write for it or write an article or anything that you kind of used in your head as a career milestone that you were like, I finally did that thing? And maybe
Right.
you've moved on since to do something bigger, but what was like, I guess maybe the first thing where you were like, I can't believe I got to do that.
I think Ellen would have been that. I mean, clearly the Ellen show is not my demographic. Like stay-at-home moms are not really the ones that my comedy is geared towards. But I was like, this is probably a good thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, when I went to Comedy Central from there, I was kind of in that Ellen mindset of, all right, everything's nice. We'll dance at the end, you know. And we wrote a Father's Day sketch. And they were like, feel free to go as dark as you want with it. And I was like, Ellen has never said that phrase in her life.
Oh, yeah. That would be amazing.
Can you imagine a really dark Ellen episode?
I would love to see
That
it.
would be great, yeah.
Like the dance is just really that's growling kind of hardcore.
Death metal.
Yeah.
Was that
Pig's
Father's
blood.
Day? The Father's Day sketch, is that the one that was also with Keith Buckley? Or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that? What was it like writing with him? Because I have been a big fan of Every Time I Die since their first album, and I know that he's always had that kind of lean towards becoming a comedic writer. He was doing stuff for Alt Press like 10 years ago,
Right.
and it's kind of evolved into this. And this kind of seems like the pinnacle almost for what he would want to do. And this is kind of his first, right?
I think it was. Keith's been a buddy of mine for a while, and I mean, outside of music, we didn't know each other in music stuff. I think Twitter is where we started talking. And so we had a mutual friend that was at Comedy Central that brought us on. And it was so funny because I forget that he has this big hardcore music following. So I just posted on my Facebook thinking, oh, my aunt will like to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, and I posted this. Then all these hardcore sites picked it up and they're like, according to a press release, Keith Buckley will be doing this. And I'm like, oh, great.
Breaking.
Yeah.
Now I'm now part of the AP.
Yeah. There you go. You're
but
their
yeah.
source, the AP Wire.
But Keith is great. I mean, he's a hilarious guy, and I don't want to brag about him too much because he's going to hear this and then full of himself, and it's all I hear about for a week.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, so now you're working for me.
I know.
Whenever you want to give me a call, it's fine.
It's all
He's gonna be
I
helping you out now.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
At WildBilly007, who asks, is it challenging to write for different forms of media? I think he means Twitter, print,
Versus,
TV.
yeah, TV.
You know, it's interesting because I think there's a lot of people who are really, really funny on Twitter, and so they think, oh, then I'll be good at writing long form or TV shows, and it's a completely different thing. I mean, I've seen people that are terrible on one and fantastic at the other, and so yeah, it's a completely. I don't have like an elaborate answer or a funny one, but yes,
Well, you've
it's
done
very
stand-up
different.
too, and so was that something you had wanted to do all along, or like how did that come about?
Yeah, I've always loved doing stand-up. I kind of write and do stand-up just the way I talk, and so I think what a lot of people do, they paint themselves in a corner by kind of having a character or like one certain angle, you know, like their Twitter account will be all, just one kind of topic or angle, and then you don't really have room to mess around with your voice. So I try to make everything I write just how I talk, which may be good or bad for the most part. But yeah, I think you've just got to find your voice with each thing. You know, you just can't copy formats of how people do things.
Was it weird coming out from, I guess, behind the shroud of text and doing it on stage and timing yourself and stuff like that?
No, because I'm such like an attention whore and like I love it so much. So I was excited about it to do it. So no, it was wonderful.
All right.
Anytime I can be in the spotlight at all, I will take that advantage.
So you got like at least 4 lights on
Oh,
right now.
praise God.
Yeah. Well, and what's it like kind of, I don't know if you've ever like turned a short 140 character Twitter joke into a full stand-up.
Oh,
bit
yeah,
and
I've
everything.
turned them
What's
into-
the process like in that? Is it just kind of like, filling time and space, or is it punching up a joke to more than it could be in the set character space?
Kind of both. Like whenever I'm writing articles, whenever I'm pitching stuff, I'll just go through my Twitter and be like, well, can I do a little bit more of that? Like, could that be a bigger story? And a lot of times, I'll do a series of tweets that are like, it's just one big story in my head that I broke down into little pieces. So yeah, I think Twitter is a great sketch pad or like a notepad for bigger jokes.
Oh, very cool.
So it's all, I guess, same sort of mindset, but just a different
Exactly.
stage.
Yeah.
in
Exactly.
the thought. That's cool.
Do you ever just you ever just find a trending topic and you're like, well, I could write a joke about that really quick? Or do you ever look at like the at midnight things and their hashtags and you're just like, oh, I could do better than that, or anything like that? Is there anything that kind of like you see online that inspires you to do jokes, or is it just something that pops into your head and you put out?
I try to just write what I'm thinking about. You know, if there's a story going on about it, I hate hashtags more than anything in the world. I hate those hashtag games. If people want to do them, that's fine. I would rather eat glass than do those. But yeah, I try to just write what I know about.
I would love to see you on an episode of At Midnight where they start hashtag wars and you're like, I would rather eat glass.
And I just walk off. I'm like, all right, I'm sitting this out.
No points.
Bye.
So what were you saying?
That is another thing that about the writing advice. I talk about Home Alone. I make fun of Eli Manning, and I talk about Air Bud. I make fun of him all the time.
It's a constant punching bag for you.
It's a movie about a dog that plays basketball.
Yeah.
How dumb is that?
What was that one that was out in like January?
Russell Madness.
Russell Madness?
It's about a dog that
What is
wrestles.
that?
Yeah,
You like
wrestling
wrestling,
dog.
so
I think
Legally,
it's from the producers of Air Bud.
Like, that's illegal. You can't fight a dog.
His coach was a monkey.
yeah.
Now we're just getting stupid. That's not even a movie anymore.
I think it's like one of the most brilliant absurdist comedies in the last decade.
I
or
was
so.
really excited to watch it when it went straight to Netflix, but I ended up falling asleep about 30 minutes
When
in.
we,
I can see that.
we saw the trailer for it, I'm like, holy shit, this looks amazing. We ended up doing like 3 episodes, including the trailer in it. Like, we don't have a trailer today. Spin that Russell Madness. The whole time, it had already been out on direct-to-video, and it was just like the trailer went up the same day that the video was released. So people were like, you can watch this right now. And we're like,
Oh my
fuck.
God.
Apparently it was terrible.
I love making fun of Air Bud because there's just so many things about it. I think I did an old tweet. I was like, imagine being the kid on the team that got cut from the roster because they had to put a golden retriever on there.
A fucking dog?
Like, he went home to his parents and he was like, I got cut from the team. And they're like, oh, who's on? And he's like, a dog.
Literally
a dog took my spot on the team. But yeah, I always tell people, write about what you know and what you like.
In your Air Bud.
I mean, I'm not going to write about politics because I'd be like, Hillary Clinton is not Air Bud. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
true,
know
though.
what's going on.
I mean, it's a true statement.
It is true.
Yeah.
I'm going to post that right now.
I mean, we are right on the midst of another election cycle. Any chance that you're going to enter the political ring, and now that you've kind of found your voice, maybe start tackling politics?
I've got a lot on my plate right now. We'll see how the cards fall and,
Okay,
and
good.
what comes out. If Air Bud will run with me, then we'll do it.
Yeah, that would be a great running mate.
If Macaulay Culkin would run with me, I would 100%.
Yeah,
do
have
a presidential
you
campaign.
checked out his band yet? The Pizza
Yes,
Underground?
and I contacted their manager to do an interview because all I need to do is meet Macaulay Culkin and then I can die. Literally,
Yeah.
I will kill myself the day after.
Okay.
No, and
What about his brother? Was it Kieran Culkin?
He's got a lot of
a lot of work.
Yeah, who cares about them?
Yeah, they're not the original.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's Fuller that went to bed.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the great podcast we're having right now with Rob Fee, but it's time for a sponsor break. This week's sponsor is Harry's.com. That's a razor company. Shaving your face can be hard, and that's the main reason I don't do it. But, a lot of you probably need to because you don't work at jobs cool as mine that, probably force you to shave or something, or your girlfriend hates beards because she's not open-minded, whatever. If you need to shave, stop going to the supermarket and paying exorbitant amounts of money for those crap razors that they sell there. Get it delivered straight to your door via Harry's. They send it to you. You get one of these starter kits. It's got, the stuff that you put on your face, and then the thing that cuts the hair off your face, and then a little thing that keeps the hair cutting thing safe, and then there's, more blades. Anyway, Harry's, they own the factory in Germany where all these blades are made. They originally were contracting it out, but they were so happy with the results, they just straight up bought the damn place. So if you go to harrys.com and go to the promo code section and put in ETC, their starter pack, which is normally $15, so pretty much what I showed you, razor, moisturizing cream, and 3 razor blades, will be bumped down to $10, saving you $5 off that initial box. So again, harrys.com, enter promo code ETC, get that great deal, and, shave better. and maybe one of these days I'll shave my face and scare all the kids. We'll see. Anyway, let's get back to the show. Bye.
Sam Hickey from Twitter asks, if you had to start your career over, how would you get into the writing industry again? I guess, would you take a different path than what you did, or?
God, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. Everything sounds daunting
I
after
guess-
you've done it.
I know.
I'm just like, I'd never do that again.
The way
You have
I
to
would
do
frame
everything over again.
this, like, because Twitter's changed a lot since it, 5 years, 6 years that it's been around, or no,
I think it's
it's
like
longer
8
than
years,
that.
yeah,
Jesus
8
Christ.
years, yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I guess now it would be a lot easier to get kind of lost in the mix of things.
Right.
Like when you started, there wasn't nearly as many people.
I started
doing
in
that.
beginning of 2012 into 2011.
Okay.
And it was still not that crazy, but yeah, man, it feels like it's just overrun. I think what happens now is there's so many people doing the exact same jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're changing a few words, but it's the same thing over and over. And so, I mean, I would do it the same way, because if you have a unique voice,
You need to stand out from that crowd.
Exactly,
Lemmings
exactly.
Or whatever, yeah.
I mean, there's so many accounts that if you covered up the name, you would have no idea who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would just say keep your own voice.
Or stand outside of the retweet circle pit and wait to put the same joke in at the right time and then get retweeted.
Right, just mosh right in there.
Yeah. I'm in here with Fuck Jerry, Fat Judah. We're just slamming each other around, having a great time, getting the retweets. Let's see. You want to do the next one?
Okay, yeah. So you wrote an article for Thought Catalog, I think, about working in the religious industry.
Oh, I did one
So,
for Vice. Yeah.
Fight the Robot wants to know what your time in Master Commission was like.
That was I worked at a Bible college for a couple of years. And honestly, I mean, it was great. It was, I got to do a lot of sketch stuff in it that was non-religious. They were like, we need something fun at the beginning. And I was like, I'll do that. I mean, it helped me develop a work ethic and to live on not a lot of money, because they paid very little to nothing. So
Whatever went around in the
right,
dish they passed around
right,
when we go
right,
to you.
Right, I got change and hair hair bows.
You're talking about airbuds still. You can't get it off your tongue.
I literally accidentally said hair bud, which sounds like a very terrible strand of weed. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. I still have some friends from it, and yeah.
Like what made you want to join up with?
I grew up in church.
Okay.
I grew up religious my entire life. I mean, my family, my mom was big time into it. And I'm not one of those that was like, oh, I hate it now. It's the worst. I mean, I still have a lot of friends that do it.
Okay.
I write for a couple of magazines that are spiritual and religious and things like that. And yeah, I mean, I like to be well-rounded, you know, like my dad listened to nothing but 70s rock growing up. And then my mom listened to nothing but country in the 90s. So which is awful, but I like having knowledge in those areas. Why would I know John Michael Montgomery's discography if it wasn't for that? And it comes in handy all the time.
Yeah.
Every
You'd
day.
be amazed at how much you need to know John Michael Montgomery's catalog constantly.
It sounds like I've been missing out.
I think so. I'm trying to pull the one that my friend used to have his whole family was Christian. They had a life-size cutout of some huge Christian singer. I can't remember his name.
Was it Carmen?
No. It was,
Oh,
It was
man.
I can't remember it. It's pointless to even try. It was stupid though. It was literally in his room, and it was the most bland-looking.
Why would they
singer,
sell
white
that?
singer. I don't know.
what
and it was
demographic
full-size
is
cutout.
targeted?
It was honestly ridiculous. I'm gonna remember his name and I'm gonna tweet it at you just so you can.
I feel like that would fall into the category of a false idol.
I feel like that's
Literally a false idol.
I always laugh because this one church I did stuff for had in their kids' room, they had the 10 Commandments going around the top of the building. And right under Thou Shalt Not Kill was a picture of David killing Goliath. And I was like, are we contradicting just a little here? Look at your placement.
Move it to the other side of the room.
Right, exactly.
Jay Kibbles wants to know, what's the most fucked up thing that you've had to write?
I I do a lot of work with Fleshlight.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. Have you
We
guys
cover
worked-
them a lot.
Oh.
We just did the, it's not a Fleshlight, but we just did the twerking butt sex simulator.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
Fuck the buck while it twerks. And I used to tour, and everyone on the bus had a Fleshlight at one point.
Oh, really?
You used to be able to do like the buy two, get two free.
Right.
It was like a friend deal, a very weird friend deal, but yeah, we all had them.
We're all going in on these flashlights.
Dude.
You wanted on these Fleshlights?
They are the best people ever. I've
Yeah.
done so. They flew me out to Vegas to cover the AVN Awards.
Oh, nice.
And you know how they say don't meet your heroes?
Yeah.
Porn stars fall into that category too, because there's some rough ones. I mean, there's some wonderful ones, but some of them have not. Thank God for makeup artists.
Yeah.
But the Fleshlight people are great. When I first started writing for them, they're like, "We're gonna send you some samples," and I was thinking, like a little bit of lube, and maybe they sent me like a case of Fleshlights, and I'm like, "What am I gonna do with these?" So stocking stuffers.
Yeah, exactly.
But I
Is this
wrote,
a can of snakes that's gonna jump out at me? Then it's just a pussy.
It does kind of look like.
Wow.
You ever
It looks like one of
pull
those
them out?
cans.
It's like.
Yeah, we actually got a case. I don't know who it was from, but they sent a case of like different kinds of latex sex toys.
They all
Right.
And we were just
disappeared
shooting them around
mysteriously.
the office, like because they're so heavy, and once you get them going,
Right.
they're a lot of fun. If you just took the vagina off and
Oh,
sold them
yeah.
to kids, it's a harmless way to have fun.
imagine pitching that. We've got all these vaginas that we're gonna sell to kids.
There's leftover vaginas. Just shave the vagina off.
The weirdest thing I wrote for them though, they flew me down to Austin to cover a molding of a Fleshlight, like one of the porn stars getting
Oh, yeah.
molded.
Yeah.
And it's the most laid back, casual thing. Like the girl is sitting on a table. It's a room like this, with her legs up. Her boyfriend was in there,
Holding her
and,
hand?
holding her leg
Okay.
up. And they're like, "All right, here's a vibrator. You need to engorge your labia, and then we'll get the mold." Like how you would say, "All right, file this paper, and then do
Yeah.
this." They're just like, "Get your labia nice and engorged, and then we'll do this." And I'm like, is this weird to anybody else that this is just like a casual day at the office?
Would you like peek over the doctors and take a look?
Oh,
at
I had to take pictures the whole time.
Yeah.
And so they did her butthole as well. So while they were doing her butthole mold, I was taking a picture. I may have it on my phone. I was taking pictures on the side, and they took one with their big nice camera to post on social media. So it's the girl bent over with her butt in the air, mold on her butthole, and me in the background standing right beside the door like with a camera. I looked like a janitor that just wandered in and was like, well.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Today's
Some
my
buttholes?
Yeah.
We
Wow,
gotta
that's an
document
amazing.
this.
That's like a lifetime profile picture. Like,
Oh,
I don't think
God.
you can top that.
I never want that
Yeah.
on my profile.
Oh no, it's great. I think your family would really appreciate it.
Oh, love it. They love it.
Oh,
I
this
s-
is why we have a stocking full of dildos and sex toys. Oh, it all makes sense now.
All right, one more question before we get into the fat Jews of the world. At Willow asked, why do you think MTV is starting to become less and less popular to the
This is
youth?
Willow Smith.
It could be.
Yeah, he's asking
No,
why is my music video not on MTV?
They didn't capitalize all the words,
Yeah.
so no.
Oh, Willow is the other one.
Yeah, Willow Smith might
Willow
be
is
one of the best people tweeting.
Oh, Jaden?
Oh no,
Jaden, yeah,
Jaden.
Oh,
Jaden.
yeah.
Smith,
Willow is the whip my hair back and
whip
forth.
my hair back and forth.
Yeah, Jaden is an insane person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I do some stuff with MTV, and then they're always constantly kind of rebranding and doing new stuff. But I mean, Viacom knows what they're doing. Like they're making
Yeah.
money. They know like they have to reach a bigger audience. It's like when people were so mad that they stopped playing music videos.
Like, well, there's Vivo.
And
they're
I'm
not
like,
making money, yeah.
hey, you know the thing that you just type that on? You can watch literally any music video whenever you want on that.
Yeah.
So why would they show them? I mean, they're a company that's evolving all the time and making money. You know?
I think it's just like youth culture being way more decentralized
Yeah,
now
yeah,
than
yeah.
it's ever been
Exactly.
in the past. There's way too many different options for like young people to choose than just coming home from school and turning on the one channel that's
Right.
like designed for them.
Right, exactly.
Also,
we
this
don't need
person
Carson
probably-
Daly anymore.
Yeah. This person obviously
guy.
like maybe just growing up and realizing that they don't like the stuff that's
That's-
on TV that's programmed to people that it was targeted at them 2 years ago.
You're exactly right.
So
I mean, the
that's-
people that hate Bieber now love New Kids on the Block.
Yeah,
you know?
it's all just kind of like part of.
Why aren't the
going on
things like they were when I was a kid?
Yeah, I
Well,
wish
they
time
are,
could
but
just
you're an
freeze.
adult now.
Yeah, no, I'd much rather have basically a computer in my pocket than go back and play Pogs.
Right.
So you know, you lose some, you win some.
Did you ever have those handheld? I think they were
Like
like
the Tiger gaming
Tiger.
ones? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you could I would play that thing for an hour and be like, are the batteries dead? Like I don't even
Oh,
think
it
this
so
has been
slowly
on
starts
the whole
fading
time.
instead
Yeah.
of just shutting
Yeah,
off.
you could never tell. You're like, am I winning? Is it on?
Well, that was the thing too. Is like kids these days are so spoiled. I remember I would have to stop playing my Game Boy in the car on a road trip because it
the
got
sun.
dark out.
Yeah, yeah.
Just 'cause there's
Wasn't
no
even
way-
backlit.
There's
Yep.
no backlight on
There's
it.
no sun, so you couldn't blame.
Yeah. Goddamn sun.
Speaking of like Viacom though, like Comedy Central, I think is better than they've ever
Yeah.
Oh
been
yeah,
ever
they're
before.
killing it.
Like they have such good and the people that they're picking to do their shows and stuff too. It's just like Broad City, Inside Amy Schumer.
Key and
Key
Peele.
Peele, they're adding new
I think
sketch
Broad
shows.
City is one of the funniest shows I've ever
it's
seen.
it's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
From what I hear, they had like a huge turnover in their like executives like 5 years ago or so, and there's like a
post Chappelle
Right.
like back when it was basically South Park and Daily Show were kind of keeping that.
And then it was
alive.
reruns of just weird stuff during the day,
Prank
like
makers and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And
Or
old
even
movies.
just like network shows
Yeah.
during the day. It was weird.
Well, whoever's developing over there
Is doing
You're
a
doing
great job. Yeah, it's really had like quite a comeback, especially like all of their online stuff, like the stuff that you've been involved with, their shorts, and it's kind of like they kind of like almost seem like a developmental end to Funny or Die, and that's
Yeah.
These people are killing it online. Online is where the people that we want to watch our channel are.
Right,
so let's
exactly.
just give those people the resources they need to create full
And it's cool
content.
because these shows are popping up on random networks. Like True TV is killing it now too. Like they've got Impractical Jokers, which is fantastic. Just all over. Random Billy on the Street is on.
Fuse.
Well,
right?
they're on True TV too
Oh,
now.
really?
They moved over.
Oh,
there.
really? Okay.
But I mean, it's just there's so many different outlets for funny shows. It's wonderful.
Yeah, very cool.
It's a great time to be alive.
it really is.
Well, this went so well that I'm almost like ashamed to talk shit about meme theft right now. But
It's an important issue.
It is an important
So-
issue that's facing every person in the world, not just Americans, every day.
Yeah.
It is.
When was your first experience with having either your content or someone you knew where they realized that this was a real problem that was going on?
I mean, it used to be, I remember back in the day, like 2012, you get people that steal tweets, and then everyone would just jump on them and call them out, and they'd be like, oh, I'm so ashamed, and like they'd delete their account or whatever. Now it's just like people steal stuff, and they're like, well, yeah, they steal it, but now I can just go to one place and get all my stuff instead of
Aggregation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so convenient.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's so garbage because
A lot of people frame it as they're giving whoever it is exposure, but
they're
half
not.
the time
They're
they're just straight up
not,
stealing
right.
the tweet. There's that one Logan Paul who sometimes Fat Jew has gotten in the broad spectrum of how fucked up he is that he's
He
doing.
puts
this,
people's
he
names tiny in
finally
the corner.
will put
Right.
people's names on it.
Yeah.
There's this guy Logan Paul who's a Vine star who literally just not only screen caps people's stuff or screen caps and then cuts their name off. He
Right.
just finds the image that they've used, finds it on Google image search, posts it on his Twitter with their exact line as if it is a 100% like
it's so ridiculous.
Creative thought.
And I don't understand how there isn't some sort of
We need meme
protocol
police.
for it. Right, it's something.
we need-
Because I mean, if it was just, it's bad enough if someone just repeats your joke, but these guys are monetizing it and
Yeah.
making so much money. And the problem is that nobody cares. Like, companies don't care. BuzzFeed did an interview with the idiots that run parody accounts, and they were like, BuzzFeed was like, well, what about people who say you just steal content? And they're like, well, I mean, we don't write anything. We take other people's stuff, and we would give them credit, but there's normally not enough room to like give them credit in it. So that's kind of Twitter's fault for not having that.
oh my god.
And I'm like, there's a retweet button
Yeah.
that you could use.
We ran into, we had our own little little
Oh, the Asa
incident.
Butterfield thing?
Yeah, so like we're not
wasn't a
comedians.
big deal, yeah,
we're not
rock
comedians. We
comedians,
don't write jokes, but like we do say things sometimes that we think are funny.
And we'll make this thing was an exact graphic that we used in a story that we were doing. 'Cause
Right.
We kept
It was
following
a
the
dumb
Spider-Man
joke.
thing.
Right,
Yeah,
So
terrible
Asa
joke.
Butterfield was up in line to get cast in Spider-Man, and so we made this graphic of a jar of I can't believe it's not butter, but changed it to can't believe it's not Butterfield.
Terrible joke.
Right.
We were just like,
garbage
we're
joke.
gonna save this image for the day that he doesn't get the role. We'd roll it out every couple weeks, and then like so the day that it was announced that Tom Holland was gonna be Spider-Man and not him, like a lot of people that were following us for the months and months leading up to it were like tweeting it out and was like, oh, that's cool. And then
Right.
some fucker who does like the same sort of thing.
First of all, he stole an actual Marvel Properties Twitter name and
Oh,
uses
wow.
it as
Yeah.
if he is a Marvel like official thing.
Yeah. So he's basically like the nerd version of like a Fuck Jerry or something.
Right.
So he was posting ours and getting just like thousands and thousands and thousands of like retweets and favorites. And so people brought it to our attention. We were just like, hey, like maybe retweet or, you know,
Right, give credit
anything.
somewhere.
And he got like super defensive about it. But then he'd write
It's like, I just found it on a blog. I found it on
Right,
a blog.
that's the excuse. That's not an excuse. Like, oh, I found this somewhere else. I stole it elsewhere,
Yeah,
not from
yeah.
you.
Yeah, I didn't
Why
steal
are
it
you
from directly
upset?
from you.
Right.
That's a really weird thing.
And it
To,
was just like, I mean, that.
but then Asa Butterfield tweeted him.
Yeah, that was great. It was like,
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Technically, it's his because it's his face and name,
Right.
so that's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I can justify that. But like, so when did you realize that this was like such a big problem online? Like that people were actually because I assumed the first time I saw like something like. I mean, we keep using them as examples. There's thousands.
Yeah,
more,
there's a lot of
Sure.
But like you're going to see, you know, kind of the same thing. People pop up on the big spectrum. I never knew you could make a career out of. Basically, you can make a career out of stealing jokes in the old, like back in the day, doing comedian
Right,
jokes.
right.
Yeah, if you follow these guys, if you go down their stream, it's like every 15 or 20 tweets is like
A sponsored
really
tweet.
out of place. Like it's
Like
not
an ad,
it's not
yeah.
obviously an ad, but it's like
And they're making
okay.
tens of thousands of
Yeah,
dollars off this.
tons of money.
And that's kind of where it gets into like it should be illegal territory.
Right. And the biggest problem with that is Time Magazine did a piece on, it was like the most influential people on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Obama, Taylor Swift, the fat Jewish. And in the description of this is what, I mean, if he's stealing and making money, we can say that's garbage. Time Magazine said, and I'm paraphrasing this, the fat Jewish, raunchy, blah, 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 whatever. He's known for his outrageous jokes, most of which he lifts from Twitter and Reddit, and just go on. And I'm like,
Well, how is the
why are you celebrating somebody that you just said steals stuff?
Well,
Yeah.
he
You
is
know what I mean?
influential, I guess, and highly influenced.
I mean, do
Yeah.
we even blame him at this point? If I would feel like garbage doing it,
Yeah.
but if
Yeah, I think
he's
it's kind of the
stealing
point
stuff
where-
and people are just ignoring it and rewarding him,
Well, and the
why
best
would he
part
stop?
is when you go on his Instagram feed, you see all of this stolen material, and all the stolen material. I'll just use fake numbers, but the what I'm saying is actually real. But you'll see like 5 stolen memes. Every single one of those has 500,000 likes.
Right,
and then
right.
he'll have a picture of himself like pouring mustard on himself or something.
Right.
And it has like 50,000 likes, and you're
Right.
like, well, no one likes you.
Exactly.
50,000
Like,
people do.
Now that he's giving credit to people, it's like, well, great, but you already built this entire thing on
Yeah.
stolen stuff. So of course you'll be able to do your own little thing here and there, and it's going to blow up.
Yeah.
Like, it got really like it became a lot more real to me once I got way more into like Reddit and found sort of
Right.
like the primary source subreddits for where a lot
Source
of this
of all
stuff
of it,
comes.
right.
The underground subreddits that kind of aren't the mainstream ones. They're not like that are funny or like
Right,
anything like that you'd see on 9gag or anything. And it's where the stuff is born. A lot of it on 4chan, but I go there a lot less in my elder years because I'm scared
Right,
of it
right.
now. I used to be a lot on there a lot more and was like on the forefront of the meme creation thing. But yeah, and it's just like, oh, that'll be on Fat Jew's account in a week.
Yeah,
Right.
and it like clockwork.
Yeah.
It always is because
Yeah.
it creeps its way up.
Yep.
And I mean, it happens all over the place now. I did when Derrick Rose got hurt the 27th time, this last time. He hurt his knee. I did a tweet, and it was like an X-ray of a knee, and I was like, this does not look good, guys. And it had the Drake album title and said, if you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah.
Within like an hour, Complex Magazine took that picture and tweeted it as their own.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's a legitimate, well, as legitimate as you can
No,
get.
no,
for
like,
internet
it's-
source.
yeah.
It's a legitimate source, yeah.
and I'm like, is this just, I mean, we've allowed it to happen with all these other accounts so much. Is this just how things are now?
Yeah.
Like you just grab stuff and say, oh no, it's mine.
Yeah.
I'm posting it.
Because you found it, it's yours.
Right. And it's one thing like if there's a funny picture and you have a different caption than somebody
Yeah.
else. Sure, you're writing a different joke with it. But to take like a joke and a picture and say, no, this is mine now. I mean, you're just stealing stuff.
Well, yeah, and the best is that Fat Juice specifically takes photos with captions on them,
Right.
and then recaptions them.
Right.
So it'll be a picture where it'll be like, yeah, I'm totally like, shout out if you ever feel like this, but it has
Right.
its own separate caption that's the
Exactly.
actual joke, and it's like, are you putting your own personal touch
No,
on it, or
not
are
at
you
all.
doing the literal bare minimum to say that you changed it one?
Check this out.
Yeah. It's something like that. It's just kind of like, it's disheartening, it's frustrating, and it's like when you see, I know that it's happened to you a whole bunch, and like when you see people who are living a lavish lifestyle, traveling
Right.
all over the world, doing interviews with Katie Couric
Right.
because of content that you've written, it's got to be frustrating.
Absolutely. And I'll see stuff pop up all the time that like friends of mine have written on that account, and I'm like, dude, I don't understand, like, and so many people would say, it's just jokes. It's just jokes. If that were music or anything else, there's lawsuits over that, but there's nothing with comedy.
Yeah.
And also, like, it wasn't in your Playboy article, but I read somewhere that, like, a big problem was, like, a lot of the shows that comedians do here in LA are
practicing material.
They're practice shows.
Right,
They're
right.
informal. They got their notes in front of them. Everyone understands
Sure.
that this isn't, like, a final product. So, like, those don't show up on an actual album for another
Right.
year after that. If someone copies that and puts it on
Exactly,
the internet in
exactly.
that time, it sounds like the comedian
Is
stole
stealing
from
the joke
themselves.
from
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've had so many times. Sometimes I'll, like, if I did a tweet a couple years ago and something happens and it reminds me of it, or if it's relevant now, I'll be like, you know what, I'm going to do that tweet again. I'll do my own joke again, and people will be like, here's a link to somebody who did that 2 months ago. You stole it. And I'm like, well, ironically enough, here's the original. Here's where they stole it. And now we're back around. And so, yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, using your Twitter as a notepad for an album, having it stolen, and then your album comes out and they're like, well, I already read this on his account months ago.
Yeah. Seinfeld in 2000 wrote this 3
Right,
months
right,
ago or
exactly.
whatever. And it's just like, that is literally as close to stealing as you can get. It's ruining someone's career almost. Like
Right.
you go see like Aziz Ansari up the street at Improv on a Thursday night where he
Right.
drops in, and you hear him say something funny, and he's about to do a Netflix special.
Right.
And instead you take that joke, instead of straight up just recording it, which people
Sure.
used to do, just record it in front of the internet, which now comedians have to explicitly say, do
Right.
not record this set. And even Improv has a video that plays before all shows. It says, do not, pictures are fine, do not record sets, because it can ruin, the jokes aren't finished or they
Right.
don't think. And now people are just going in and stealing jokes and using them as their own jokes. It's insane.
Now, there's a lot of people who I'll see do jokes, and they're smaller accounts or people that don't realize it. They look at it as like, oh, I'm just quoting something I heard on a TV show. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Those people are innocent. Like, they're not monetizing this or doing it. They're not thinking, I'm going to steal this to build up.
They don't have an
something for myself.
audience.
Yeah, it's not malicious.
Like
Exactly.
500,000
Exactly.
people.
But yeah, man, I mean, it's crazy that no one minds these people are just stealing stuff and making money off of it.
Yeah. Well, it's a serious problem and it needs to be solved. We need meme police.
Yeah.
And someone out there needs to do it.
I think we have a few viewers who I would be very comfortable appointing as meme police.
Meme police, yeah. There's like everyone that reported it last time. Do you get people that reach out to you? With
Is that a
something
Cheap
stolen?
Trick song?
Is it a Cheap Trick song?
Dream Police.
Oh, Dream Police.
But you can sing Meme Police
we'll
to
just,
the same.
We'll just
Oh, we can
all
steal
of
that song
steal all
and-
the music and change
Oh,
the name,
yeah.
and then claim it's parody, and we'll get away with it, and it'll be fine. Great. We've solved it.
solved the problem.
Come full circle.
Last question, because we've had it happen. Do people reach out to you when something's stolen and let you know that?
Yeah. Now I get a lot of stuff. When that thing went up today, the Fat Jewish has signed a new modeling deal or some garbage, and I've been getting tweets all day of people being like, "Did you see this?" And I'm like, I can't do anything about it. I wish I could.
I was glowing about Apple Music like a week and a half ago when it launched because I think that they are actually doing a pretty good job there because of Beats One and Zane Lowe.
Right.
Then they announced Fat Jewish gets a show on Apple Music, and I'm like, why is this happening? It feels like everyone's playing a giant prank on me.
I know.
No. Thank you so much for coming in. Not to leave on a sour note, because the first half of that was all great and positive. It was awesome. And yeah, we got to have you in again sometime. That was a lot of fun.
Whatever you want.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Thanks
Anytime.
for watching, guys.
Bye.